Hello everyone, you're welcome back. To all my new and returning subscribers, thank you for all the love and support. I'm really grateful. On today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to make simple vegetable sauce. This is one of my quick and favorite breakfast recipe that I like to prepare, especially on Saturday morning when I have enough time. To make vegetable sauce, I'll be starting with the following ingredients. I'll be starting with the leaf, and I used Ugu Leaf. Please note, you can use any leaf of your choice. There are times where I make this recipe using fresh spinach. Ugu Leaf is my favorite, and especially when it's fresh. Fresh mackerel fish. Feel free to use any fish of your choice. I will be using some fresh tomatoes, but you can also make this recipe using plum. Onions, salt, and Scotch Bonnet. I'll be using some spring onions, but this is optional. You can make this sauce without one. Dry prawn. I love it when I make this sauce with some prawn. I will also be using some olive oil, grounded crayfish, and Maggie cube. I will start by cleaning and chopping the fish. I'll be grilling the fish in the oven. Feel free to fry your fish if you prefer it that way. So the next step will be to pick the leaf from the steak. My love for Ugu Leaf, especially when I find the fresh one. They usually supply Ugu Leaf once in a week in the country where I am. So whenever I find them fresh, I always buy a lot. The best way to preserve Ugu Leaf is to clean them and chop them, then put them in the freezer. I'm just showing you this knife sharpener which I normally use for my knife before I chop any leaf. It's very good and portable. Now that the leaves are chopped, I'll be running some water on the leaf, and I also like to add a bit of salt. This helps to get out any dirt or sand from the leaf. After about 10 minutes, I'll be washing the leaf, and I'll rewash the leaf with the clean water, and I'll repeat this process until the leaf is well clean. The fish is ready, very dry and well grilled. You can also fry your fish if you prefer the fried one. Next on my list will be to chop the onions. You know how we like to get our things ready before we cook. I'll be chopping the onions as thin as I can. The knife is so sharp, so I'm very careful. I also chop the spring onions and the fresh tomatoes. You can also blend the fresh tomatoes if you prefer it, and the Scotch Bonnet, but for me, I prefer to chop them. Back to the main cooking. I will start by heating up the pan, then I'll add the olive oil. Feel free to use any oil of your choice. I'll heat up the oil for about a minute or two, then I'll be adding the chopped onions. I'll be frying the onions for about 2 minutes on a high heat until the onions is a bit soft. I'll be adding the chopped spring onions. For seasoning, I always like to add the Maggie cube first. I also added a bit of salt and thyme. I will stir fry for about 2 minutes, and I'll be adding the chopped fresh tomatoes. You can also make this recipe using plum. Sometimes when I want to cook, I just look around and see what I have at home and I'll make use of them. So feel free to do it your way. I'll add the blended crayfish and one Scotch bonnet. I don't like my food too spicy, so I'm very careful with pepper. I'll be frying this on a medium heat for about 4 to 5 minutes. And I'll be adding the fish. Feel free to use whatever fish you prefer, or you can even use meat for this recipe. After adding the fish, I will leave to steam for about 4 minutes on a medium heat. Sometimes I really get confused of what to cook for breakfast or dinner. Another easy way to help yourself is to have a menu of food for the week or for the day, but it's hard at times, even with that, you still get confused. That's why, if you've not yet tried this sauce before, please ensure you do it. This is one of my favorite sauce and it goes with everything. After steaming up the fish, I'll be adding the chopped ugu leaf. I added more salt to the vegetable sauce. I'll be cooking this on a medium heat for about 10 minutes. I used ugu leaf. Ugu leaf is a bit hard. But please note you can also use fresh spinach to make this recipe. I use quite a lot of leaf for this recipe, and I'll also ensure the leaf is well mixed with the tomatoes. After about 10 minutes, I'll be checking my sweet vegetable sauce. I like it when the vegetable is very crunchy. That's why I don't cook longer than 10 minutes. But if you know you like your leaf very soft, you can cook this for at least 15 minutes. I also tested my sweet vegetable sauce, and yes, the taste is super. If you have not yet tried this recipe before, please ensure you do. Sometimes you might be wondering, oh, what do I eat with this sauce? There are a lot of things you can eat with vegetable sauce. But on this video, I ate mine with yam. So I'll show you through the process of how I peel the yam. You can also use this to eat plantain, or you can even use it to eat white rice, whichever one you prefer. I was so lucky on the day I bought this yam. One of the things I hate to buy here in London is yam. Sometimes you buy yam, it looks good on the outside, but when you get home and you cut it, oh my god, it's like rotty. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for your time. To my new and old subscriber, I appreciate all the support. Please, if you're new or if you've been watching my video and you've not yet subscribed, don't forget to support me by subscribing and also hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new video, new delicious tasty recipe. I added a bit of salt, but you can also add sugar. I'll cook the yam until the yam is soft enough to go. The yam is cooked and soft and it tastes so delicious. I wish you can have it taste. Please don't forget to leave your comment on the comment section below, and I will get back to you. Thank you for your time and have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye. Bye.